Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dazzling Rose, and guys, I am really sorry from the depth of my heart. I really want to apologize for my inconsistency. I have been very inconsistent of late, and trust me, I'm deeply sorry. Now this is the reason behind this is because I have been taking classes. Yes, I've been taking classes to better myself in a whole lot of things. And guys, I took classes with the World Guinness Book record breaker Hilda Bassi. Okay, so it was a very beautiful experience. Trust me, a very beautiful experience that I had with her. She's a very lovely person and a great teacher too. So I'm going to be impacting a whole lot of knowledge that I have learned from her to you guys. Okay, so for this, guys, I know you've been wondering, you've not seen me on glasses before. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually showing it to you guys. I went to the hospital and saw an optician, and I was advised to start using this. I can't remember what they told me again was wrong, but then the ray of light, yeah, was always reflecting. And geez, at this point I'm sorry, I can't remember what they said. They mentioned the medical name, yeah, and they told me, and I have forgotten. So it has to do with I couldn't stand rays of light. Yeah. So guys, wondering why I'm holding a book. Guys, I have a list of things that I want to discuss with my beautiful parents today. You know, I'm a mom of three. Yes, I did this introduction in my first video. I think my first or second video. Yeah, so I'm a mom of three, a proud mom of three boys, guys. And parenting has been a whole lot of it's been a journey, and we learn every day. So I just wanted to, for today, what I want to do is to share with you the basic things that a lot of us are missing out, okay, when it comes to parenting. So when it comes to parenting, guys, there are very basic unnecessary things that we do that we probably do not know that they are quite unnecessary, but we just do them anyway because we feel that they're just basic things that we should do, or they are normal things, or I don't know, probably I see them as quite abnormal, but then maybe you might see them as normal. So I just thought to share, to give someone a hint about parenting, as much as I'm not 100% or a child educator, but then in my little experience I feel it would be appropriate to let you guys in on this. Now for when it comes to, I know school is resuming, so I thought to do this video before school resumes. Okay, school is resuming on Monday, and I'm sure a lot of parents will be rushing into school, you know, to take their child to school and all. And I'm sure that some persons probably during the holidays, they probably must have taken their children or child or what to schools, or to either register them, and some persons might want to do that on Monday. So this is for you. Now when it comes to changing of schools, let me start with that. For changing of schools, I sometimes find it funny when I see that some parents change their children's school because their friends have changed schools, or intend changing schools, or you know, want to change schools and all. Yeah, some persons do that. Like A will tell you, oh, I'm leaving this school. What's the reason? I don't know. Like, there's practically no reason. It's not to say if the academic teachings also have dropped, but because they just probably have seen a newer school, a happening schools that, you know, probably they just built, you know, they want to launch it. I laugh in. Why do you want to launch it? What is the reason behind you wanting to launch the school? It's pointless if I'd say, it's a different ball game if your child, um, maybe the school didn't get to meet your own standard when it comes to academics. Yeah, I think that's just perfect. You'd probably ask around, do you have any school, or you ask your friends, your family, your loved ones, if they know any schools that that are very academically sound, and you get, those are the basic things you should always look out for. The school itself, if they are very good, if they employ qualified teachers, yeah, qualified teachers, if the environs of the school, as the environment of the school is suitable and convenient for your child, those are the factors that you should be looking out for. Don't look at some persons look at the structure of the school. Yeah, the structure of the school, if it's beautified and oh yeah, those ones are like, they shouldn't even be your primary. The basic things you should look out for is, if they employ qualified teachers to do the job. Qualified teachers, not some persons go as far as employing undergraduates. Those undergraduates they're not suitable for those jobs. They're not suitable to teach your children. Do you get? So those are the things you should look out for: the quality or qualified teachers in the school. One, the fact that then when you talk about the environs, you now look out for toilets. You now look out for the classroom. If the classroom has a very convenient or comfortable environment to learn, those are factors that one should look out for. Not because your child's except if you no longer can afford the school fees of that school, then probably you would not have to go for a lower one. Why would you want to? It's not a do or die affair. You're not a bad mother or father if you decide to change your school, or your child's school rather, because one, you can no longer afford the school fees. No. They even said, there's a saying that goes, cut your coat according to your size. Have you ever heard of that? Cut your coat according to your size. Why don't you do that? Why would you want to always put yourself on high heat or high jump? For every term that comes up, you are always scared of, this term, are you sure I can pay this school fees? Oh, this school fees. Because these things are the major factors that one should also consider. If you can, because when you make inquiries for the school fees and then they give you the books and all of that, how is the continuous school fees going to be like? Is this something you feel that your pocket can always carry? Is it something that you feel that your salary would carry? Note that the distance, again, from your house to the school matters a whole lot. Yes, the distance of the school matters a whole lot. Don't be living in Kafanchan and you're taking your child to Swahili. It's appalling when people travel miles just to go to schools. Yeah, I know that there are schools that are probably good and you like those schools because you've heard all of that. I'm not saying you can't. If you can, fine. But if you cannot, don't do it out of peer pressure. Don't do it because your friends are doing it. Do it because you love your child. Look at your child. Check the ability of your child. That's one. All right, guys. So another unnecessary thing that I feel that parents do is, one, you see, asking to push a child to a higher class, guys. Hey, I had to pen this down because I want to take them one after the other. I don't want to forget anything, so please permit the fact that I'm using a book. Okay, yeah. Now, asking a child to be pushed to a higher class when it's obvious the child does not belong there. Parents, why? Where in the world is that child running to? Why would you want to practically harm the child? Yes, you're actually harming the child. I'll give you instances. One, the child will go to that new class lost, totally lost. Like he or she wouldn't even know what is happening. She won't even know, or he won't even know his or her left from his or her right. Basically, that's just it. They'll be teaching A, the child doesn't even know, or they'll be teaching C, the child doesn't know what letter A is. That's how bad it is. Now, it would bring learning difficult for the child, it will bring teaching difficult for the teacher. Don't forget, these teachers are humans. Now, in some cases, you find out that when the teacher has tried her possible best, she'll say, I've done my best, and that she'll leave the rest to God. You're not in that class to monitor that activity. Now, I used to teach in a school far back in my early years before I gained admission into school. Yeah, it was a small private school. Okay. I think I have a picture I'm going to be sharing with you as a serious teacher then that I was. Now, I was extremely patient with the kids because I loved teaching. So in that school, I had very special children who had difficulty in learning or in picking up, So I'd advise them that those kids be put in a certain class, but because of their age, they kind of found it extremely difficult, for the child. So they decided to allow me take on those children, and they did beautifully well. Teaching comes with a whole lot of experience. Yeah, sometimes you get the experience on the job. Sometimes you just know it, yes, and you just impact. So that's just what teaching is. Teaching is actually fun, but then you just have to be extremely patient too. So for that, they kept bringing kids that were beautiful, in their way, in a special way, when it came to learning. It was interesting. I was always praying that today, for every day that I left my house, I would always pray, Lord, this child I'm going to take today, have mercy. Let whatever I teach, go into his brain. Because what is the joy when a parent would pay school fees and then still pay extra lessons for the child? So I was always, all out for that. That's because I derived joy and passion in it, It was so bad that in some cases we would be teaching and learning during break time. So I had to make the class extremely fun for them. So while they were eating, we were stylishly learning too. So it sunk in. There was no particular time, scheduled for learning, like strictly for learning. We could learn anywhere. Whenever we're going to, probably if they were going to the restroom, I'll tell them, okay, on your way to the restroom, recite 2 times table, so they can sing along with it while they're on their way to the restroom. And it was fun. I had to rearrange my classroom and make it in a circular form while I was in the center. We'll be teaching, and also it was quite interesting. Now, the parents enjoyed this session because I took my time, was patient with them, and guys, that was just basically it, So I really do not understand why parents always want to push their children a class higher than their intellect. Why? There's no joy in it for the child. There's no joy in it for the teacher. It affects both of them. The child will find it very difficult in learning. The child will find it extremely difficult in learning. The parents will also find it extremely difficult. Yes, because they will be the ones to pay the school fees. The teachers will find it 100% difficult because they are the ones on the receiving end. This teacher is not good. She's not good. She cannot do it. Blah, blah, blah. It becomes a problem. Not knowing that it's actually your own fault. You are the parent. You are the one that said, don't worry, she's going to cope. Oh, don't worry. He was doing well in his former school. And probably because of the holidays he has forgotten. When you know blatantly that that's a lie. Allow the child be in the class that is required, so that when teaching is going on, he can easily assimilate that particular class. It's that simple. Stop pushing your children a class higher. Who suffers it? The child. Who suffers it? The teacher. Who suffers it? You, as the parent. Okay? Allow certain things happen. Allow them to step down if necessary. And when they step down, follow it up back to back. Ensure that you get them a teacher. Ensure that if you cannot do it yourself, because some parents lack patience, if you cannot do it yourself, make sure you get them a tutor, a home lesson tutor, or a school tutor too, and let them take it up from there. Find out areas that your children are good at and the ones they are not good at. Balance things up. Balance things up. Let there be fun time. Let there be reading time. Let there be create room for learning for them. So ensure that you don't take away the necessary thing that they need to do. Allow them be children. Don't be pushing them to be adults. Because yes, that's what you're trying to do. You want them to be in a particular class because their friends are there, because that's the age bracket that is suitable for the child. No, who says so? Learning is a continuous thing. Even my dad, God rest his soul, kept on learning. He was not even educated, but he took his time. Whenever, what baffles me then, or what made me always smile, was the fact that whenever he was reading maybe the Bible, he'll call me. He'd say, what's this word? And I'll pronounce it for him. Do you know, the very minute I have said that word, he will not forget. I was so proud of him. He would not forget. He would say, okay, he will know it. He went for evening classes, and whenever you tell him a word, a particular word, you show it to him because it's fixed in his head. He won't let that word go. And if the word goes, you still call me, say, I forgot to know. I said, don't worry, you'll not forget today again if I tell you. And I'll tell him joyfully, and then he picks it up. He kept on. He was always eager to learn. He always wanted to learn. So that was my dad, and he was already advanced. Why would you want your child to go a step higher? Your child cannot read. Your child has problem with reading, and you want your child to keep pushing. Why? Like I said, I'll be parenting parents today, I won't be cooking today at all. So my job today is we're just going to have a chit chat, with parents, guys. School is resuming, and I know that we all want our kids to look the very best, all neat, all smart, and all. The good thing you can do for them is give them a good haircut, cut their nails, ensure that you cut their nails every 2 weeks, because it grows like that. Their haircuts too every 2 weeks, so you get to cut their hairs twice in a month, and then cut their nails twice in a month, except for kids that have very fast growing nails. Okay, so you can always look up or look at it and know when to cut those nails. Now, their socks, their shoes, check. Their nails, check. Their school bags, check. Their lunch bags, check. Their water cans and their food flask, check. Where I have issues with the things that I mentioned now, the fact that a lot of parents keep buying school bags and lunch boxes every month, or guys, why? Or should I say every term? Why? What is it? Like, your child will tell you, I want to use this particular trolley. Did they give you money? I'm not saying if you can afford it that you should not do it to you, that they are mounting pressure on and you don't have the money. Why are you stressing yourself? Why? It doesn't make sense. If the bag or bags, be it as it may, you have one child or two or three, You have lunch boxes and school bags, and those bags are in perfect conditions. Why are you stressing yourself? Why? Stop it. I would advise that you change their lunch water cans. Yes, for hygiene's sake. Even your toothbrush that you use, you always change it. You can as well change the water, because you wash it and all of that. Sometimes some particles can come. Yes, I agree. Change your water can as much as you can. If it is 1 month, if it is 2 months, if it's 3 months. In some cases, I know that some parents, their children have razor hands that they break water cans like back to back. If you don't have babies with razor hands that don't break water cans back to back, you can always change it normal. But excuse you with the school bag. Why? Why are you mounting unnecessary pressure on yourself? The economy is actually very sweet already. So why are you trying to add more pepper to the injury? Why? Stop it. Stop it. Enough of the peer pressure. Is it parent pressure? It's still PP. I'm actually a peer educator. Yeah. Stop it. It is not good. A peer educator. I got the certificate when I was in secondary school. I usually attend Action Health Incorporated. Yes, they impacted a whole lot of knowledge in us then, far back rather. Guys, stop allowing peer pressure. Take the better self, or take your better self. Stand firm. Let your yes be your yes. Let your no be your no. My parents trained me well. They trained me to be contented and be happy with whatever it is I have. That training is what I am impacting in my children. I have some persons in my environment that are not contented with what they have. They always want to, but then because I have a mind of my own, I have never allowed their thoughts cloud my own judgment. It is me. My life is in my hands. I am the architect of my life. So I should also be the architect of my children. I will not allow anybody be the one to run my children for me. If you cannot stand your ground, what will you be impacting on these children? Peer pressure is actually very real. If you are still taking the blows of parent pressure, what would you, or how would you tell your child to withstand peer pressure? Why? Be calming down. Life is sweet. You enjoy it. Take it jeje. Parents our children the best way that you can, which is letting them know, okay, if your child's school bag is bad, it's ideal you change it. But then if it's not bad, except probably you want to give that out and then maybe you want to get a new one for yourself, it's for them, it's all fine and good. Then if you have the excess money to buy it, I'm not disputing, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy it. I'm not the one to tell you what to do with your money. Where I have an issue is you don't have the money. The money is not there, but you want to choke yourself because the people around you are doing it. Why? Stop it. From today, I don't want to hear that you did such a thing again. If you do such a thing again, I'll come for you. Is that clear? So the last one, but not the least, that I'll be talking about here is the parents that go physical on the school management and staff right in front of the children. What exactly is your problem? I know that there are schools that have done damages to children. Let me say cases of abuse on the child, which is probably the teacher. I saw a case of one school teacher flogging the kid, on the bum, like, can't remember how many strokes of cane. And I know I can't tell you how to react on that. Let me come down to this level. There's some cases where the teachers, probably did something very minor. Yes, very minor. And the parent comes running to the school and not handle it properly. Now, I witnessed a case one time where parking space was the problem. Yes. The security personnel told the parents to hold on while he controlled the other car, and so he could also help him park right while he later controls him. The man tripped. He ran to the school and left his car on the road, not parked. So it caused chaos, kind of. The security personnel went after him, told him, "Sir, please come and repark your car. You didn't park right, and it's affecting those that want to go out and those that want to come in." And he's like, he's been waiting for him to control the car for a very long time, and he's no longer, he's run out of his patience and all. He didn't listen to the security personnel. He just walked away on him and ran to the school. So now the school management tried to reason with him to let him know that he should go back, repark his car properly, then come back, pick his child. And he blatantly refused, stormed into the classroom, picked up his child and left. Now, later on, I heard that it was handled. The case was actually handled. Now, I want to bring this now in. I just use that one as an example. Why? Where is the anger from? Why the anger? If there's something you should talk about, you have the principal's office, which you could walk right in, the proprietors, the head mistress or headmaster. You have the office that you should report to in such cases. Why create a scene? What exactly are you trying to, or what positive impact are you trying to relay on the children? Because there are 1,001 children in the school compound that are probably watching you or seeing the drama that you're portraying, and they take it in. Now, some of these kids do not know how to see what is good or what is bad. If they can probably see an adult doing it, so I guess I think it would be all right for them to do it too, because now at this point the children would say to themselves, if my dad can defend like that or can react in that manner, that means you as a teacher can't hurt me, can't beat me, can't correct me, can't, if the child is corrected, they'll say things like they'll come up with I'm going to report you to my dad, I'm going to report you to my mom, she's going to come for you. And then the child will start instilling fear in the teacher, and it becomes a problem. So if you feel that you can't, there's no point taking the child to school if you do not want that child to be tutored or trained. This conversation we're having currently, this particular topic about parents going physical on the school management, is not for the schools that have really gone physical on children. Some people go overboard, but there are certain ways to handle it, not coming all out for the school. The things that you do in front of the children matter a whole lot. they see it. I'm not of the opinion that you shouldn't go after the management of the school, go after the teacher or the person who did it in the right way, not in front of the children. It's just like when they advise you that you shouldn't quarrel in front of your children, or you shouldn't raise, even if there's going to be a confrontation, it shouldn't be something serious that they would see and pick. It should be a conversation, not an argument where you could throw tantrums. Yes, so if we can parent ourselves knowing fully well that those things are wrong, in my years of growing up, I never saw my dad and my mom go physical or quarrel or something. They were always, even if they quarreled, like they excused us, they excused themselves, they took themselves away from us and had their own conversations. They never, threw bottles or did this because what you portray, what you want the child to see is what they would assimilate. It's just like you teaching the child to write A, and the child will most definitely learn how to write A because you have taught the child how to write A. It's just like telling the child trace letter or trace and sound ah, and the child will most definitely sound ah, or learn how to trace that. You're teaching the child. Now whatever it is you as a parent teach the child to do, or how they react or something, is what they will pick in. Stop making our children violent. Stop teaching them violence. Stop teaching them that violence is what would end everything. So I believe with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince and not to confuse you that parenting comes with a whole lot of responsibilities, and I want you to sit up in your responsibility. Know what you're doing. Okay, know what you're doing. Don't change your children's school. I'm going to just go through it again. Don't change your children's school for no reason. It doesn't make sense. Come on, it doesn't make sense, except the fact that the school fees is high, the location of the school is far from where you're staying, and then you're considering the transportation fare and all. That's cool. Take the child close to areas whereby you can easily pick up the child. The child's academic is not well going, and you want to, you want a better place where they probably employed better teachers or capable hands. Fine, those ones, you're good to go. Now, the pushing of a child to a higher class, guys, I beg, stop it. Let the child breathe. Let the child breathe. Don't suffocate them. Don't push them into something that they would not be able to come out from at the end of the day. Okay? I hope I'm speaking to a parent who is willing to change this term. Buying a school bus, I've said that. And then parents, please, lastly, do not go physical. Learn to manage situations wherever you find your situation. Learn to manage it the appropriate way, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching my channel today. If you've not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe, guys, because we're bringing back again. Let me borrow P Square's tune. We'll bring it back again. The remix, like we're coming back with full force. Yeah, we're coming back with full force, bringing you new content, bringing you new videos, bringing you vlogs, that would be mind-blowing and captivating. So don't miss this, guys. Do not miss it for any reason. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share my links. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do not want to bore you. Have yourself a lovely day. So I'm going to say a lovely evening because I actually filmed this in the evening. It's about past 12. Yes, I'm filming this for you at the past 12 p.m. at 9 a.m. rather. So I love you all. The things that we do for you, guys. Thank you. Hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to share. And do not forget to like. I love you. Bye.